we're here in the Montbello Canals with Pat Milbery. We're so appreciative of Pat coming out here to the community. We painted two murals on the other side, and then we worked on this one. And thank you so much, Pat, for coming out here to the community.
It's an honor and pleasure. It's been an amazing week.
It really has.
Yeah.
It really has.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, when you start thinking about artwork, and I know this is a unique spot here with the way that the walls are sloped and we've got water in the bottom of it. And so how do you kind of do your design and creative process when you start something like this?
Well, you go into it with as much strategy as you can, but realize that it's going to be a really nice challenge. And so it's like an urban hiking experience. I think we were talking about, it's kind of like urban climbing, you know, where you have everything is balanced, try not to slip, but as soon as you put paint on the surface, then there's no traction. It's really hard to grip because of the stain quality that this paint is. And so you really try to, I think that my process has always been where you can use a little bit of mathematics, but you also use a lot of imagination to try to think about how something can fit in the space, but then proportionally kind of lay it out so you could do your best with the trajectory, because it's pretty tough when like this piece is, these two walls are roughly close to 70 feet long. So you have a cumulative like 140 feet right here by 8 feet in height. And so it's tricky, you know, it's like it's a good challenge, but it's really tricky to like have things lay out proportionally, because if you get off a little bit, then it starts throwing everything else off. And so when we were focusing on the other sections of the canals that we painted these past 2 days, those are both like 124 feet long each. And so you have like a 250 feet of surface to try to navigate and also try to keep things flowing and proportionate and whatnot. So you just take a lot of deep breaths and you work slow. Although we were up against a lot of weather this week. If it wasn't storming, it was really hot. And so we had some good challenges like all around, but the process going into laying everything out, it went extremely smooth this round.
It really did. It really did. And I mean, we had so many volunteers. I think probably over this last week, we've maybe had close to 100 volunteers come out, cumulative. And so what's your way that you bring community into your artwork? Because we've seen you do it time and time again out here. We've posted videos and everything, but could you talk a little bit about how you value and amplify community voices?
Yeah, it's really something I'm extremely grateful to do, and open up the community with your help and your office's help and your team's help to offer people an opportunity to be a part of something bigger than all of us. And so, it's just thinking about it in the sense of like, it's art that it's like moment and creativity that you're creating, that you're almost like gifting to the community, but it's like a very unified process that is extremely special in the sense that, it's an opportunity that a lot of people would never have. And getting big space like this and organizing these larger types of initiative requires you to really prepare a lot mentally and envision, because it can get really chaotic when you're working in. This is a little wider actually than when we were working down below in that other canal, and it's 2 feet wide, and you have, at one point we had like 30 to 40 people down in the canal. I think Thursday was an incredible day. We had a solid, incredible group of people from United Airlines here that were donating and helping out with community service. And there were like, 35, 40 of them. And then we had another probably 30 people that day, that other groups and friends and other organizations around town that came and helped. And so I think you have to remember in life that like every person and every situation is a unique experience. It's like a new moment. And so when you can amplify that moment with someone and just be patient with them and realize that they might not have any idea like what's going on and what to do, and just to try to your best to like repeat your instructions but also help guide them and teach them, it goes, and then learn from them too, you know. But I think it's a lot of just realizing and being very respectful of them willing to provide and give their time and want to be a part of something like this, but also what kind of pride and ownership that gives everyone to feel a part of like helping something grow, and you know, really not just putting their mark on a wall or in a canal, but it's more or less like what they learn, what their takeaway was from this experience, because then I think it has that trickle effect that really grows into families, into friends, you know, through social media, like all kinds of social media channels that, you know, you're spreading goodness, right? And you're spreading loving energy and positivity and bright colors and, you know, dreams and all these things that, and cultural experiences that, you know, a lot of times this week there were plenty of language barriers, whether it's like Ethiopian to Spanish to, you know, all kinds of different nationalities out here, you know, because Montbello is such a diverse community. And those barriers were broken down through the paint, you know. It was through with this shared energy we were able to provide each other, and making it sure everyone felt welcome, you know, and having you guys welcome people in, and then me helping kind of welcome and warm them up to knowing that like, hey, like, do your best. We can fix it but here's some techniques to, you know, try your best and like, you know, really amplify, or, you know, really be able to engage and create something that they maybe never would have thought they'd done in their life is cool. Yeah, it's special.
Oh my God, it was so special this whole week. And, you know, one of the best moments I think was when we had a dad come and bring his two little guys, and like, he's following you on social media. He used to be an artist on the north side and is now in the Bellows, and where it was just a moment of him getting to share something with his kids that they probably would have never had that experience before. And just like, what's that mean to you when you see kind of that a dad that's shy to maybe come up to you because he's a fan of yours, but then he's got his little guys and they're out here painting?
It's like it's a humbling feeling, you know. It's like a full circle experience, because I think it's my responsibility to help him as a father share an art form and a craft that sometimes kids, especially young kids, they love their parents, but they might not think their parents are the coolest, or you know, they might have like a little bit of, you know, different perspectives about like, you know, how they're respecting or not respecting their parents yet. But like, when I can come in and play that role of like showing how much respect I have for their dad, and also helping guide them to, you know, kind of inspire them to maybe want to ask dad to go paint more or create more or go try new things, then it might open that whole new open up that whole new like opportunity that the kids now are kind of more hooked or engaged, and then they're like, oh, they can see it, and then they just felt the pavement, and they experienced the process. So now it's like, okay, like that experience goes a long way, right? Because once you go through something, I know it's stated through neuroscience is like that our memories and our muscles will never forget those like feelings of what we had. And if you can really provide a positive, welcoming experience to someone, especially in the public art realm or in painting, and just provide that little bit of confidence to them that they might already have, but just need to have a little guidance, that it weighs a lot in like volume. And like, I think it opens them up to know that they can do something that their heart wants to do if they want to do that. And also that you know, it's really neat to try to allow those kids and families to help know that how grateful they should be of their parents bringing them here too, right? Because you know, you can just show up somewhere, but it's your parents bringing you, it's your parents hearing about it, it's your parents driving you, and also facilitating like an awesome opportunity. So I think it's really important to make sure the kids can try to be aware of that a little bit too, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. And I mean, we're just so grateful to have you out here and have you work with the community. And we can't wait to do more of, you know, this canal art with you and different artists. We're talking about different ways that we can collaborate more and everything. And we just want to say thank you so much, Pat. This has been phenomenal. This is going to inspire people. We've got the Montbello High School open up here, and so this fall it's just going to be so awesome to have high school students go by here and see the Montbello on here, but also you know, vive tu dreams. So you live your dreams, and we definitely had a lot of kids out here and folks helping us, and so we just appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Thank you for everything and the opportunity and the support and facilitating this and building community. And I really do think, you know, when kids get out of high school some days and people are driving home from work or driving home from a situation that isn't the easiest, I really hope some of the messaging and the lettering and the different cultural significance really helps people remember their worth, you know, and maybe can lift them up with a little love tap and just provide them, you know, just a little extra something, you know, if they pay attention, or the color, the art catches their eyes, you know.
Oh, and we've seen it all during this week. I mean, people coming up and rolling down their windows and saying, "Right on, this is so beautiful," and that little horn beep and everything. And so we'll keep that going.
There's been a lot of support.
And,
and even if it can allow people to slow down a little bit, I think slow down and check it out. Which sometimes it can really help too.
Definitely.
Yeah, for the safety in the community. Yeah.
Oh, always. Oh, thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Right on.